the Lord of the Ringer. So back in the day, I worked at Radio Shack when they actually sold phones and weren't just a weird battery store. This was like the early 2000s when smartphones were just starting to be a thing, but they still looked like fancy flip phones. I was 18, always a little stoned, but pretty good at helping customers figure out their phone problems, which becomes important later. There was this guy Dave in our friend group, and I use the term friend group very loosely because nobody actually liked Dave. He was that one person who just showed up everywhere uninvited and made everything worse. Dave was constantly starting fights with people half his size, showing up already drunk to parties, and just being a complete nightmare. But we'd all known him since middle school, so we just kind of tolerated him. One Friday night, we're having this small get-together at my buddy's house. Maybe 10 people, just hanging out, having some beers, nothing crazy. Dave shows up without being invited, like always. He's already wasted, and within 20 minutes, he's trying to pick a fight with my friend Mike over something completely stupid. Dave goes to sucker punch Mike, but he's so drunk that he completely whiffs and faceplants right into the kitchen counter. His brand new phone goes flying out of his pocket and slides across the floor. Dave's so messed up he doesn't even notice. He just gets up and stumbles outside to pass out on the porch. So naturally, we start messing with his phone. This was one of those early smartphones that had a tiny keyboard and could barely do anything, but it could change ringtones and stuff. I grabbed the phone first and changed his ringtone to that famous line from Lord of the Rings. "You know the one. You shall not pass," in Gandalf's voice. I thought that was pretty funny and handed the phone to the next person. We kept passing it around while Dave was unconscious outside. I didn't think about it again until 2 weeks later when Dave comes storming into my Radio Shack, absolutely losing his mind. He's screaming at me about how someone at Bell Mobility screwed up his account and how he needs me to fix it right now. He's waving this massive phone bill in my face. I look at the bill and my jaw drops. $3,500 for data usage. Dave's going off about how he never downloaded anything, how his phone must be broken, how the phone company is trying to scam him. That's when I realized what happened. Someone at the party didn't just change his ringtone. They figured out how to download the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy in high definition onto his phone. Back then, data was like $1 per megabyte or something insane like that. And these movies were huge files. It completely maxed out his phone's memory and ran up this massive bill. Here's the thing though, I absolutely could have fixed this for Dave. I'd helped tons of customers get accidental download charges removed before. One phone call to Bell and I could have gotten the whole thing wiped off his account. But I'm looking at Dave standing there, red-faced and yelling, and I'm thinking about every party he ruined, every fight he started, every time he made one of my friends feel like garbage. So I grabbed a business card, wrote Bell's customer service number on the back, and handed it to him. "Sorry Dave, this is outside my area. You'll have to call them directly." He kept begging me to help him, saying he couldn't afford to pay it, but I just shrugged and helped the next customer. I really hope he had to pay every single penny of that $3,500. And you know what? Dave never showed up to another one of our parties again.